It's right here in my bungalow. Who's ready for the boom, baby, boom? Rise and shine. It's your morning motivation time. I'm grateful for these straight teeth of mine, thanks to my mom and this life and my psychology. And this morning, when I rolled my first morning blunt, we're going to talk about people psychology and something I bumped into last night. I liked a girl. She was in search of a man. She thought we matched up on Tinder. We didn't. And then when I went to found her, she was already hooking up with another dude. And there's your psychology of people. What makes people so rude? What makes them choose? And what makes them act the way that they do? This is something that I love thinking about all the time. How do I act? Why do I act the way that I act? And how do I interact with some of these people that I be meeting? So, morning motivation, boom, baby, boom. Let's get into it, shall we? Your boy Saint saw a girl, yes, the day before yesterday or whatever, and she was very beautiful. Not very, but beautiful. Beautiful eyes. She had the fake eyelashes, but she made them look good. And I wanted to get to know her. Well, she was talking about wanting to get to know men, and how she pulled up right next to the volleyball tent, try to hang out with all the boys just so she can get hit on, you know what I'm saying? And nothing had happened. She struck out. She's like, okay, well, now I'm going to stay at a bungalow, the hostel, and hopefully I can meet some dudes. I pull up, and she's getting her arm around my buddy from England. Shout out to him. He keeps getting the girls. But I didn't get chosen. And, for my own psychology, I had to have a conversation with myself about being alone and have my own place to stay. I'm alone. I sleep alone. I don't have anybody here. In fact, we tried to have a French girl sleep over and sleep off her drunkenness, and she got rude and had to leave and had an attitude. So, still sleeping alone. And as I've been recovering and healing myself, I had to ask my psychology of myself is like, what am I really looking for? And am I coming across as someone that's just a talker and only just wants to talk? And I'm into talking. So therefore, it happens that way. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to get to know people sapiosexually in their minds, and if they orient themselves to what I'm doing instead of just, oh, hey, you have like muscles. I've been doing my push ups and sit ups and trying to lose this weight. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and trying to get my physicality up, because that's what people are looking at. They're like, well, I fuck him or not right off the bat, instead of, do I like his mentality? Do I like his principles? Am I into their values? And that's what we really had to come to. I had a friend, well, someone I met off the internet, come here, and I realized that friendships aren't built off the internet. It's almost like dating apps. I found out that my dating idea app is called Happen. I didn't know it was called that. And this girl actually broke it down for me. She seems to be a pro, flipping on her Bumble, trying to turn on her Tinder, trying to find some dick around. And she did. She got what she wanted, and I hope she got dick down, and I hope she has many babies by this guy. Apparently, she has the IED, so they won't have children. But whatever. My point is this is like the psychology of people is a trip, dude. You got to really see what makes people do what they do, and that's what I ask myself. Everything. Why am I here? Why am I alive? What is my purpose with my life? And it seems to be, what's the book I've been listening to audiobook on? The Disciplined Man or something like that. And they say that a man only becomes a man when he has something greater than himself to deal with. And that's something that I always wanted to know. It's just like, okay, I have this lifestyle. I really love traveling. I love having beautiful women to talk to. I love being social. I love having the sunshine on my back. I love having a hammock. These things all appeal to me. This is probably the cheapest rent I can get in the world for free. It might cost me 1,500 baht, but for, what is that, 30, 15, less than 50 bucks, I got my utilities for 50 bucks. I don't even have to pay rent. Even if rent was 1,000 bucks, that's still fixing three different bungalows and getting them prepared and making myself mentally prepared for what's going on. And I just started to see, as I posted some pictures, I haven't had any internet to post any pictures, but as I started to post some pictures, I started to see my friends being lonely and how alone we are in our photos, and how there seems to be a service for boyfriend of the day and people looking for someone to sleep with, or someone just to love. And that's what it really comes down to. We're looking for reciprocal friendships. We're looking for maybe not relationships, but we're looking for love in all the wrong places, trying to find out what we're made out of. And this is where I had to have this conversation this morning, was just like, not for nothing, it's taken me almost a month to get used to Thailand and living out of a bungalow and living in the sun and doing the things that I need to do. Shout out to Cannabis of Trad. Getting my mind wrapped around people's psychology. It's like, what matters to you most? Look how purple this is. My God in heaven. What matters to you the most will show through in the end. It's inevitable. And I kept saying that about people. It's like, you can try to hide, but it's a small island, and what you really want will be exposed. If you're always at the Ladyboy bar, uh, yeah, we know what you're into. You're in some weirdo shit. If you're always at the hooker bar, yeah, we know what you're into. If you're always drinking, we know what you're into. And that's what ends up happening. We expose our habits, especially on a small island. You'll get what you want. You might not be looking to get married, Miss 28 years old, beautiful, and only want somebody to talk to. Maybe I wasn't the guy for you. Maybe I was too short. Maybe I was too talkative. Maybe I wasn't your type. It all comes down to choice and rejection and approval, and we all tend to fall on that sort of spectrum, right? What we do with our lifestyle and our lives are completely exposed. It's like one of those things where you might be by yourself in your apartment and no one can see you, pet the cat and fall asleep, take too many naps, eat too many sugars. No one's going to slap that controller out of your hand. And one of the things that I heard from the Disciplined Man, the book, was very interesting to me, is that's what we miss. We miss a parent actually caring if we wake up in the morning. When you sleep alone, nobody gives a shit. Nobody's gonna care if you die and they find your body 2 weeks later and your dog's chewing on you. You know what I mean? Like that seems to be the most worst way to have it. But there's a lot of girls that know that could be their habit. That their cat will eat them within 2 weeks of them dying. Their lovely cat that they love so much will turn into a cannibal and eat them because there's no one else around. And this is how isolated we become. I'm on the middle of an island. I sleep alone. This is how I become stoic. How I calculate what I want to do with my life and my time. I can see myself waking up every morning, looking at the same cabanas, living at the same bungalows, and going to the same beach. But it's like I'm just sitting there talking with many different women, and I'll be like, "Oh my God, dude!" I'm like getting flashes of what the other girls said, or just tuning out completely and wanting to have my own thoughts. And it's just a bit of a process. Like, do I really care if you're a fucking logistics office manager in fucking Netherlands? I don't. And it sounded like a fancy title and something she was proud of, but it sounded boring to me. And did I really want to get to know her at all? Because she was about to hook up with my homie in the next days anyway. Why would I want to do any of that, bro? This is deep coming. This is a deep combo. It's me, YOLO Sean. What up, bro? Yeah, dude, we are talking about people's psychology. And like my friend Benny coming all the way here, he's a bit of a lonely. You get lonely because you end up talking just to the fucking phone. There's nobody to talk to in the morning to say, hey baby, how you doing? How'd you sleep? You want something to eat? Boo 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 boo. And that's what we end up doing. We rather have our fame than a partner. We'd rather have some sort of viral tick or appreciation from strangers than personal appreciation for ourselves. And this was just a deep psychology. Yeah, thanks for watching, bro. But this is how I am. I'm always deep, balls deep, every morning talking about the same things. Just people's psychology just trips me out. Or that you can have a bungalow system that you built by hand and then left to disarray for 5 years, and then you need me to bring my energy and my money to be able to make it come back to a life, and then we can actually rent something out to people. It's a difficult thing, man. People's psychology of not wanting to look bad in front of other people, even though it's the truth. The Asian culture will live a lie till the death. Where's my lighter? No lighter, bro. I'm all about exposing my truth at Saints Addiction. I was just like, I am weak, like I have some loneliness issues. I have some depression issues. I have conflicts with people on a regular basis, and I just wanted to know, why am I the way that I am? Why do I have conflicts with people? Why am I not more of a ladies' man? Why did my relationships in the past not work? And this is the psychology. This is the questions, the deep questions that have to be answered or asked to be able to see, am I completing the task of life? Am I making the most of my time and my energy and my lifespan? And that's what we have to ask this morning. Motivation is just like, what are we doing with our time? What is our people psychology? What are we really thinking? Are we doing it to get ahead on someone? Are we doing it to get love eventually? Are we doing it to get family? Are we doing it to get one up a competitor? There's a lot of psychology that goes into why we operate the way that we do. It's me, YOLO Sean. Hey, bro, how old are you? Where are you from? And how did you find my show? I don't remember. Let's just shout that out real quick. This is where I live. I live in a bungalow in the middle of an island in Thailand, asking these questions. Why do I sleep alone? Why do I have such a tough time having friendships? It bugs me that my friend Benny Mac can come all the way here and help me do actual work like landscaping and construction and cleaning. And yet I'm still not there. Do they have the metaphysical stores out there? Not really, actually. Good question. Not really. More like sewing and massage, and there used to be the hippie rock shop by my partner here, but that's been long gone. Much like the bungalow system that I'm living in, so it's not very easy, but it's what it is. I'd love to sit here and go, oh, I just smash all the girls as soon as I talk to them. They're grabbing my hand and coming up to the bungalow. It's not like that. And what do I really want out of a partner? With all these women around the world, do I want a Thai girl? Because trust you me, Thai girls want an American boy. They want somebody that can get money to show up out of nowhere. They want somebody that can put food on the table and keep them close at night. We met on the Arizona studio. So we met in Arizona, New Mexico. It was the I'm the truck driver that had the YouTube channel. We met at Arizona and or New Mexico. Trying to have the YouTube channel. Nope. Nope, you're gonna have to give me more than that. But do you ever drive around in your truck and go, why am I headed here? Why do I put in so many hours? And if I fast forward in 5 years, where will I be? What is my psychology? Do you ever ask yourself those deep questions out in the open road? I know I can't be the only one, but that's what happens in Saints Addiction is that I had to admit my flaws. I had to admit that I wasn't perfect and that I am lonely sometimes and I don't treat my friends well, and they've been helping me around my dream and driving me around on their tuk-tuk or minibus or motorcycle, and I was just being rude because he struck me as having an attitude, and I pulled the same shit with my ex. As soon as I feel like someone talking shit, especially in the morning, I guess I'm just a grumpy person in the morning, but I do not like people talking shit in the morning. I do not like starting a day with a complaint or a misunderstanding at all. And I don't want people to talk shit to me and run their mouth when they can't back it up. I just couldn't stand it. My ex called me, she's like, you're just not spontaneous. And I was like, I jumped out of the car. I was like, you've never gone to Machu Picchu in a week without a passport, no plan, and just jumped on a plane and did the damn thing. You've never once had to start a business and have no money and make it work just because you had an idea and the passion to make it work. I've never seen you do anything out of your comfort zone. And even some of these other people, like I told my buddy, riz up some chicks. It's easy for the dude to be uncomfortable and shy when it comes to girls, and then it's time to talk to the women. It's almost like karaoke time. You can talk shit about someone singing, but when it's your turn to sing, you got to back it up, and that's what it is. I just had this conversation where I back up my lifestyle, and now that I'm living the lifestyle, I even ask myself, do I want to live this lifestyle? I got you, bro. What does it say here? What does it say? I met on that time. I'm on that type of thinking. I'm on that type of time of thinking. Yeah, you were with your friends that day at the gas station a couple of years ago. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I think I kind of remember. Are you like a black dude out of Utah or something? Was that you? And I was like, oh, you got one too? And then you kind of came up to us and asked us to follow your page. Was that you? I think I remember you. Kind of shorter. And I was like, yeah, hell yeah, I'll support you, bro, right off the bat. I think that was you. That's my memory. I don't know. You tell me. Yeah, so then if you're a deep thinker, then you're in the right channel. I question myself all the time, like, what makes me do edgy things? He said, "Yep, that's me, bro. Yes, I remember. You were asking us to follow your page. We were at a gas station randomly. I was like, well, you got to follow mine too. How many subscribers did you get up to, bro? Hopefully, you've been grinding. I don't see you go live. You got to go live all the time, even if it is making fun of yourself, even if it is looking at your own psychology. I think it's healthy. I just do. I just find it really healthy to go, okay, sure, homeboy got the girl that I wanted, but how do I become the man that I want to be? Instead of putting that's me, I'm from Louisiana. I'm born in New Orleans, Louisiana, bro. Get some dip, Creole love. Yeah, I remember. I think it was Utah, bro. But it's one of them, isn't it? For those of us that really take a look at our lives and don't just let the days pass us by, but say, okay, what am I going to do with this life? And I was watching a special on, I think it was Adam Friedman and Jeff Bezos, and he was telling that every day is day one. And I always say day one's first, and we have a day one's first shirt, but every day is day one. What am I going to do with this day? What am I going to do with my time? What am I going to do with my life? And really approach it with that same energy. Not the same as yesterday, but the same energy of if this is day one, what am I going to do? You know what I'm saying? If this is day one, how do I not make it the same as yesterday? How do I change myself? And I've been doing a lot of push ups, a lot of sit ups. I've been watching what I eat. I did have some ice creams last night. Got a little bit in my feelings because I didn't get the girl. Went home lonely, so at least I took ice cream home. Right in the now, bro. I gotta start posting. That's my yeah, bro. You gotta start posting. Screenshots of this. I got you, bro. I got you. Consistency is key for me. I haven't made nobody doing it. My buddy was trying to look at the analytics. He pushes it hard here in Thailand. He does some funny videos and shit. I told him we should probably do it in English, but it's with anything. If it's in your passion, if it's in your wheelhouse, if I'm just a talker, I like getting up in the mornings and processing my shit nice and slow. I'll just say keep going up. You really got to ask yourself, how do you process? How do you process your time? How do you process your emotions? How do you process your own psychology? And in my psychology, I'll get a little bummed out and I'll try to smoke some weed. And if it doesn't work, then I'm going to get me some sugar. And if it isn't sugar, it'll probably be masturbation and then falling asleep. And it kind of went in that order. I have to look at myself almost like a bodybuilder or calorie counter or something that nothing gets unnoticed. You know what I mean? A lot of us like to hide the candy bars underneath the bed. I remember one of the kids had like a whole stash underneath the fucking bed because he knew his dad wouldn't know. He was such a sugar addict that he would climb. Little Cody would climb to the third shelf and just eat marshmallows or whatever sugar he could find. Like the kid was just a straight full on sugar addict already out the box. And to identify that stuff with yourself. You know what I mean? Not a lot of us identify that kind of shit. We don't see ourselves from the forest through the trees. We just only see ourselves the way that we are in the now, or the way that we feel, or the way we preconceive our ego and show it to the world and go, okay, hey, this is the baggy shorts, hat backwards type of guy that I am. Hi, nice to meet you. We never, that's why we love dressing up as cosplay or putting on outfits, is because we get to turn into someone else. And we all have like an actor in ourselves. We all know how to act right. We all know how to act bad. We all know when people are acting bad. And you look at these situations and you're like, okay, in life, I'm looking at these like, I don't know if they're bees or what. They're like gnats or bees. I don't know. They just keep coming from the same area. Let's see. This is crazy. It's like, what the fuck? know if I'm supposed to do something about that or not. It's the highest level of consciousness. Yes, brother, this is, and that way you don't catch yourself years down the line going like, oh shit, I just spent all these years working the graveyard shift when I could have been working a different slave ship. I could have been off the slave ship. And part of me did this show as an experiment. Literally, Saints Addiction was born right here on the beach. I said I was so happy. How do I keep this going? And I just wanted some residual income, so I started a business, but it didn't have a name. I just said I was going to do that shirt idea, and now I own photos on shirts, and mostly Saints and Las Vegas Original and like all these brands and like Saints brand and try to explain people my passion, and not a lot of people have the attention or the attention span to follow that. So it's one of those things where I'm trying to get my girls organically, not online. Try to find that spark inside of my life, wondering if it's something that I want to chase or not, like a carrot, just dripping there before I put any more energy into chasing something that doesn't apply to me. Right? I'm 43 years old. I don't have that many years to just hand out to anything anymore. That was in my 30s, just starting businesses without money, or not having business plans, or not having investors, or a lot of unplanning and just taking chances. Is the conversation that I had with Benny Mac about punching that termite's nest. He poked this hole through, and it was just like it went in like, I don't know, a quarter of an inch. So I thought the whole thing would just cave in like a wasp nest, and it was actually like a brick. And he said he was smarter because he pre-calculated. And I said, well, you came up with the idea. Do you follow through with any of yours? And it's one of those things for me, easy peasy for sheezy. Just hit the like button. And I'm telling you this too, bro. It's easy to just hit the like button. I hit that button. What does it say? Right, that's the way. And to go live, that's easy part. To do the sit-ups and the cleaning and the breathing before the show, that's not easy for me. Most of it makes me just want to roll into it. I don't want to have to put any effort into it. I want to just to fall on my lap and be in love with me and be the right one for me. I'm sure it'd be that easy, but I know from business experience and life experience, even right now, that these bungalows ain't gonna build themselves, y'all. That termites ate the shit out of that. And it took us almost a week to get this one up and going, and the top's still not done. I like it this way because it's so fucking hot, but we got more bolts over here. We got trash underneath there. We got wraps of shit like all the blankets are over in this one. Things need to be cleaned out. Things need to be rebuilt. And that's what's happening to me. That's why I'm doing this show. This people psychology. I was like, why am I building these bungalows? I didn't even build them in the first place. It's because I have nothing else going on with my life. It was the same for Benny Mac. It's like, why are you here? You could have gone to any island you want to. It's because you don't have any friends anywhere else. Even though me and you aren't that good of friends, like we were really good friends online. We could call each other anytime. We helped each other out with our shows. Things of that nature was just flowing. But in real life, IRL, the thing that he films in real life, we couldn't get along. I'm a Taurus, he's a Gemini. He's calling me pussy. I'm telling him he don't take enough chances. He's scared. I'm calling him scared. He's calling me pussy, right? You know what I mean? Like, or he thinks I'm making him my bitch, and I'm thinking I'm motivating him, or he's taking digs, or I perceive he's taking digs. He's bringing up old shit and still talking about it. There's a whole process there that I was just like, okay, there's this guy that's helping me clean and do hard labor and chop wood in the hot forest during the hot summer and sweating his balls off. And then there's this other guy that talks shit, especially on live, and becomes kind of a bigot, a judgment, a narcissist. And you're like, what's going on right now? I called him out. I said, you're being a dictator. Bro, yeah, bro. I said, you're being a dictator. I wanted to wake up at a certain time because you said it was, and it's your bike. Everybody has to follow what you do. And I was like, that's not going to win you a bunch of friends. And we had to have an argument. I was so angry that I was willing to let him ride away, and I'll find my own way. I had enough cash on me to get my own taxi that day, and we would have lost our friendship. But I also, what's a friendship? to me how I burnt other friends. You know what I'm saying? My ex best friend last time I was in Brazil and I'm wrestling him to toughen him up. And then he's like, "You're beating on me." And I'm like, "Nah, bro, I didn't just come at you like a spider monkey and just start throwing these hands. That's not what happened." I'm like, "You need to learn how to spar." And he didn't want to, he didn't like sparring. He didn't like catching hands. He didn't like wrestling, none of that. And I was like, "This is how men do it, bro. You got to toughen the fuck up." And he didn't want to toughen the fuck up. So I'm like, okay, got you, bro. I'm sorry I put my hands on you, but I didn't put my hands on you like hands on you. I didn't come at you with the intent to do something. I'm a Cancer. My oldest daughter is a Taurus, so you already know. See, the Cancer is emotional people. Us as Tauruses, we all energy. You don't want to get in the way of a Taurus, and that's how I felt. I felt like he was get in the way of my pursuit. I was already coming here. I already had a plan. This was my plan. He came ahead of my plan from New Zealand, joined my plan, started complaining. And then I was like, "Bro, you can't be doing that to my trip, bro. I paid too much money for this. I know you got to pay money. I know this is your first time here. So let me show you Cow Sound Road. Let me show you what it's all about." But as soon as I'm getting laid, he's knocking me because the girl's not that pretty, or and then talk a lot of shit about it, right in front of me to my face, and not really to my face, but to other people, like to the side, like it was shocking. And I'm like, "What pussy have you gotten?" You know what I'm saying, bro? Before you start judging me, what have you done? And you didn't take action. So taking action, we both pressed the live button, but punching the nest, that should have been you. That was your idea. You should have pulled the trigger. My idea was these bungalows. I'm pulling the trigger. Not only do I need a place to stay, but I'm taking action because I needed something to do day to day. I need something. I don't know what you need in life, but like I need it. I need like a priority list. I need like, okay, we're shopping for something. This needs to be replaced. Hey, when's the guy gonna be here? What about the plumbing? I'm that kind of guy. Workaholic. It helps me get unemotional, right? Like somebody has to have a find a way to harness their own psychology, and this is why I'm sitting here. So to the girl that didn't choose me, good luck to you. You're beautiful. I would have made sweet love to you, and I'm sure you're above my level, and that's why I was looking at you. But I thought we had a little spark. But maybe you just wanted a fart, Maybe you just wanted somebody younger, dumber, and taller. Go for it, That's me angry, salty because I didn't get chosen. But at the same time, I could have chosen an older Thai chick. I could have chosen a Thai prostitute. I could have chosen a lot of things that I didn't, and I keep choosing things because from my own psychology, I feel and think at the same time. It's not just my feelings. I know I'm in another small room, like a jail cell, like my South Korean experience. But this time I'm free and I look out the jungle and I keep the doors open at night. And all I need is just a fan and a 10 by 10 and my freedom. And that's what my psychology is all about. So as long as I keep my mind free, sucker free, hate free, argument free, drama free, and and debt free, that would be dope. That would be the ideal situation for this situation. So for all y'all that watch, especially you, bro, thank you for watching today. I didn't ever normally have people watching. It's me, YOLO, Sean. Facts, bro. Facts. We spitting these facts on this show live. So do like, share, subscribe. If you got anything out of this message down below, tell me how you really feel. You know what I'm saying? Like we all gotta assess it. I think if we are really conscious, I don't give a fuck about the YouTube. I'm saying our consciousness. If we start seeing our own psychology, our motivations, you know what I mean? Before we put any energy into something, see if it's worth chasing. That girl, I told her she fucking acted right. I'll take her to the private beach. She didn't. She acted out. She wanted to slut up. Do your thing, play girl. But there goes the private beach, and me, my friend Benny. I'm gonna have to do more work because I was so hard on him. But I'd much rather do the work by myself than to argue with someone and someone taking personal digs. You feel me? So this is just your boy Marky saying Saints Addiction. I make choices, and my choices was to do business with the people that helped me when I fell on my knee and had all this removed, and I wrecked their bike first day, first hour. They took care of me and they taught me Thai and they feed me. That's the people I'm gonna back, whether we have a contract or not, whether he gets angry and pulls guns on people, might shoot me or not. I back this idea because this is the place that I grew up in. This is my spot, and these places work. So we're gonna work the dream, and that's on my team. So on my heart from the start, your boy Marky Saint, peace and love. And as always, Chigathon. That means goodbye, but not forever and finish. And I will see you on the other side as soon as you like, share, and subscribe. And let's all get it. Let's all get our minds right. Amen. I'll holler at you at the other side. Check out the view, though. Check out the view, though. It's beautiful, right? Banana palm trees, bro. I'll see you. Peace.